Imagine standing tall, unshakable in the face of disrespect. Picture yourself navigating through life's challenges with grace and dignity, no matter how others treat you. This isn't just a dream, it's a reality you can achieve. Today, we're going to explore 10 powerful lessons that will transform the way you handle disrespect, turning what could be a source of pain into a catalyst for personal growth and empowerment. Disrespect. It's a word that can make your blood boil, your heart race, and your mind spiral into a whirlwind of emotions. We've all been there, that moment when someone's words or actions cut deep, leaving us feeling undervalued, belittled, or simply invisible. But what if I told you that these very moments of disrespect could be the key to unlocking your inner strength, refining your character, and propelling you toward success? Let's start with a fundamental truth. How people treat you is often a reflection of their own inner world, not your worth. This realization is the cornerstone of our first lesson in handling disrespect. When someone disrespects you, it's easy to internalize it, to believe that you somehow deserve it. But more often than not, disrespect stems from the other person's insecurities, fears, or unresolved issues. Understanding this can be incredibly liberating. It allows you to separate yourself from the disrespect, to see it not as a judgment of your value, but as a window into the other person's struggles. Think about a time when you've been disrespected. Maybe it was a snide comment from a colleague, a dismissive gesture from a family member, or blatant rudeness from a stranger. Now try to imagine what might be going on in that person's life to make them act that way. Are they feeling threatened, insecure, overwhelmed? This exercise isn't about excusing their behavior, but about gaining perspective. When you can view disrespect through this lens, it loses much of its power over you. This brings us to our second lesson. Maintaining your composure in the face of disrespect is a superpower. It's easy to react emotionally when someone disrespects you, to lash out in anger or shrink in hurt. But choosing to remain calm and composed is a demonstration of true strength. It shows that you're in control of your emotions, not at the mercy of others' actions. Imagine water flowing around a rock in a stream. The water doesn't stop flowing because of the obstacle, it simply finds a way around it. Be like water. When faced with disrespect, don't let it stop you or change your course. Flow around it, maintaining your dignity and your direction. But staying composed doesn't mean being a doormat, which brings us to our third lesson. Setting and enforcing boundaries is crucial in handling disrespect. Many people struggle with this, fearing that setting boundaries makes them seem harsh or unaccommodating. But the truth is, clear boundaries are the foundation of healthy relationships and self-respect. Think of boundaries as the fence around your personal kingdom. They define what's acceptable and what's not in how others treat you. When someone disrespects you, it's often because they've crossed a boundary. Your job is to make that boundary clear and enforce it consistently. This might mean calmly stating, "I don't appreciate being spoken to that way," or "I'm not comfortable with that kind of behavior." It could also mean removing yourself from situations or relationships where your boundaries are consistently violated. Remember, you teach people how to treat you. By setting and enforcing clear boundaries, you're not just protecting yourself from disrespect, you're also teaching others how to interact with you in a respectful manner. This leads us to our fourth lesson, the power of self-respect in the face of disrespect. When your sense of self-worth is rock solid, external disrespect bounces off you like rain off a waterproof jacket. Cultivating self-respect means knowing your value, understanding your strengths, and being comfortable with your flaws. It means treating yourself with kindness and respect, especially when others don't. Self-respect acts as a shield against disrespect. When you truly respect yourself, you're less likely to tolerate disrespect from others. You'll find yourself naturally gravitating towards people and situations that align with your values and treat you with the respect you deserve. But self-respect isn't just about feeling good about yourself. It's about taking action to honor your worth. This brings us to our fifth lesson, the importance of standing up for yourself. There will be times when setting boundaries isn't enough, when you need to actively confront disrespect. This doesn't mean resorting to aggression or stooping to the level of the person disrespecting you. Instead, it means assertively addressing the issue. Standing up for yourself might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're not used to it. But like any skill, it gets easier with practice. Start small. The next time someone makes a disrespectful comment, take a deep breath and calmly express how their words or actions made you feel. Use I statements to avoid sounding accusatory. I feel disrespected when you speak to me that way. This approach is more likely to lead to a constructive conversation rather than an escalation of conflict. As you become more comfortable standing up for yourself, you'll notice something remarkable. Not only will you gain the respect of others, but your self-respect will also grow. Each time you advocate for yourself, you're reinforcing the message that you deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. Our sixth lesson takes us into the realm of emotional intelligence, developing empathy, even for those who disrespect you. This might seem counterintuitive. Why should you try to understand someone who's treating you poorly? The answer lies in the power of empathy to diffuse tension and create connection. Empathy doesn't mean excusing bad behavior. It means trying to understand the root causes of that behavior. When you can see the human being behind the disrespect, their fears, insecurities, and struggles, it often takes the sting out of their actions. Moreover, responding with empathy when you've been disrespected can be disarming. It can turn a potential conflict into a moment of connection and understanding. Imagine a coworker who constantly belittles your ideas in meetings. Instead of getting defensive or angry, try to understand what might be driving their behavior. Are they feeling threatened by your success? Are they under pressure from higher ups? Once you have some insight, you might approach them privately. I've noticed you seem frustrated in our meetings lately. Is everything okay? This empathetic approach often leads to more productive outcomes than confrontation or retaliation. This brings us to our seventh lesson, the art of choosing your battles wisely. Not every instance of disrespect requires a response. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to not engage at all. This doesn't mean being passive or allowing yourself to be a punching bag. It means being strategic about where you invest your emotional energy. Ask yourself, is this person's opinion important to me? Will engaging with this disrespect help or hinder my goals? Is this a one-time occurrence or a pattern of behavior? Sometimes the best response to disrespect is to simply walk away, saving your energy for the things that truly matter. Remember, your time and energy are precious resources. Don't waste them on people or situations that don't deserve them. Choose your battles wisely, focusing on the relationships and interactions that are meaningful and important in your life. Our eighth lesson delves into the power of self-improvement as a response to disrespect. While it's crucial to remember that you're not responsible for others' bad behavior, there can be value in using instances of disrespect as opportunities for self-reflection and growth. Ask yourself, is there any truth in this disrespect, no matter how poorly it was communicated? Is there an area of my life where I could improve? This doesn't mean internalizing every criticism, but rather using disrespect as a catalyst for positive change in your life. For instance, if you're consistently disrespected in your professional life, it might be time to upgrade your skills, seek new opportunities, or reassess your career path. If you're often disrespected in personal relationships, it could be a sign to work on your communication skills or reevaluate the people you surround yourself with. By focusing on self-improvement, you're not just reacting to disrespect, you're using it as fuel for your personal growth. This approach turns a negative experience into a positive force in your life, allowing you to emerge stronger and more resilient. Our ninth lesson brings us to a powerful tool in handling disrespect, the art of reframing. This is about changing your perspective on disrespectful situations, seeing them not as personal attacks, but as opportunities for growth, learning, and even compassion. For example, instead of setting a disrespectful comment as an insult, you could reframe it as valuable information about the other person's character. Instead of feeling hurt by someone's rudeness, you could see it as an opportunity to practice patience and understanding. This shift in perspective doesn't change the external situation, but it dramatically alters your internal experience of it. Reframing is a skill that takes practice, but it's incredibly powerful. It allows you to maintain your emotional equilibrium in the face of disrespect, turning potential sources of stress into opportunities for personal development. And finally, our 10th lesson, the importance of surrounding yourself with respect. While it's crucial to develop skills for handling disrespect, it's equally important to cultivate relationships and environments where respect is the norm. This means being intentional about the people you spend time with, the workplaces you choose, and the communities you engage with. Seek out people who uplift and support you, who value your opinions and treat you with kindness. Create a personal and professional network that reflects your values and treats you with the respect you deserve. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. As we reflect on these 10 lessons, I want you to think about how you've handled disrespect in the past. How might your life be different if you approach these situations with the tools we've discussed today? How would it feel to stand tall and unshakable in the face of disrespect? Remember, handling disrespect isn't about never feeling hurt or angry. It's about having the tools to process those emotions in a healthy way, to respond rather than react, and to use these experiences as stepping stones for personal growth. Start small. The next time you face disrespect, pause before you respond. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, how can I apply these lessons to this situation? Maybe you'll choose to set a boundary, or perhaps you'll practice empathy. You might decide this isn't a battle worth fighting, or you might stand up for yourself assertively. As you practice these skills, you'll start to notice a change. The sting of disrespect will lessen. Your self-confidence will grow. You'll become more adept at navigating difficult interactions and relationships. Most importantly, you'll develop an unshakable sense of self-worth that no amount of external disrespect can touch. Remember, how others treat you is often a reflection of their own struggles and limitations. But how you respond to that treatment, that's all you. It's a choice you make, a skill you develop, a strength you cultivate. Your journey to handling disrespect with grace and dignity is uniquely yours. It will have its challenges and its triumphs, but armed with these 10 lessons, you now have the tools to turn instances of disrespect into opportunities for growth, self-discovery, and empowerment. So go forth with confidence. Face disrespect head-on, not as a victim, but as a person of strength and dignity. Let it shape you, but not define you. Let it challenge you, but not defeat you. And always remember, in the grand tapestry of life, it's not about never facing disrespect. It's about how you rise above it, using it as a catalyst to become the best version of yourself. Your next encounter with disrespect could be the key that unlocks a new level of personal growth and inner strength. Are you ready to turn that key? As you move forward, carrying these lessons with you, imagine the person you'll become. Picture yourself navigating life's challenges with grace and resilience. Your self-respect a beacon that guides you through even the stormiest seas of disrespect. Envision the positive impact you'll have on others as you model respectful behavior, set healthy boundaries, and respond to disrespect with wisdom and compassion. Remember, every time you handle disrespect with dignity, you're not just changing your own experience, you're contributing to a more respectful world. You're breaking cycles of negativity and setting new standards for how people treat each other. In this way, your personal growth becomes a force for positive change in the world around you. So embrace these lessons. Practice them daily. Let them become second nature. And watch as you transform, not just in how you handle disrespect, but in how you approach life itself. You have within you the power to turn every instance of disrespect into an opportunity for growth, every challenge into a stepping stone towards becoming the best version of yourself. The journey starts now. With each step, with each choice to respond to disrespect with dignity and wisdom, you're writing a new chapter in your life story. Make it a story of resilience, of grace under pressure, of unshakable self-respect. Make it a story that inspires others and leaves a legacy of respect and dignity. You have the tools, you have the strength. Now go out there and show the world the power of handling disrespect with grace, wisdom, and unshakable self-respect. Your journey to a more empowered, respected, and fulfilling life begins now. Embrace it and watch as you become the author of your own remarkable story.